All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yesharada that rule well. And salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. To you, brothers, I say Shalom. This is the brother Shakal from the GMS Chicago camp, coming at you with another lesson. And the topic I'm going to touch on today is basically going to be on there's no such thing as free will, man. Because contrary to popular belief, these people want to think that they're self-made, that they did this because they did this, and whatever the case is, this happened and it was because of them, and not giving the glory to the Lord. But hey, that's not the case, man. Everything happens for a reason, man. And everything happens under the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. If the Most High doesn't ordain it, whatever you desire, you want, it's not gonna happen, man. And if you live with that spirit of thinking that you're in control and never giving the Most High credit, guess what? The Lord will eventually show you that that's not true, man. Hey, the motivation to do things, the work you put in to do certain things, you design making plans and those plans going well, all of that is of the Lord, man. The Lord gives us that, man. The scriptures say that a man can receive nothing unless it's given to him from heaven. That goes from carnal things to spiritual things. That goes from certain events happening around you to certain events not happening around you that you might want. We have to understand that and humble ourselves, man. So that what? Hey, so the Lord could be merciful unto us, and then when certain things we might want, or whatever the case is, desire to happen, if they don't happen, we will not get offended, man. Because a lot of people that have that whole free will, and I did this, all that, a lot of them, they don't believe in the Lord, because they got offended, man. They got offended at the Lord for him not doing something for them, man, or what they would desire, or them doing something that they, in their eyes, they looked as against them, So hey, we can't do that, man. I remember this one niggard, man, in my old job. He had asked everybody, at the job, like, oh, hey, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? And this fucking wicked individual, he just, he asked me, and I said, yeah. Then he asked somebody else, and then he asked somebody else, and then he said, then to that, oh, I don't believe in him, and then he said F the, I don't even want to say it, man, but he said F, he don't pay my bills, I work, I pay my bills. That individual is going to have a horrible, horrible death, man, and on top of that, because he said it in front of a prophet, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, man. People like that, they don't realize that, man. The reason why you got the job, the reason why you got the motivation to do the job, the reason why money is flowing well towards you is because the Lord ordained it. The Lord is doing it, man. Sometimes things might seem so easy to come for certain individuals. They think that it's them. They think that it's all, But nah, we can't deceive ourselves, man. We got to give credit where it's due, or else the Lord is going to fuck us up. And the Lord is going to put that to the test. Oh, you thought you were in control? Well, save yourself from this. Oh, you thought you were in control? Well, go ahead. Get some food, when the famine hits. So we hey, the Lord is all about credit, man. We got to give credit where it's due, man. So this is Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? How can he? Even if they say they do, they really don't, man. A lot of people don't realize that certain situations happened because of the Lord, but because it came so easily, they thought it was them. They thought it was luck, as they say. Nah, man, the Lord made certain things happen at the exact time so that whatever you desire and all that, came to pass. It was never us, man. We don't control situations. Certain individuals, how they get famous is because, hey, it's the will of the Lord. The Lord made them stumble across another person that's famous or that has ties in Hollywood, seen the talent of another individual, and then boom, now that individual's famous. Now he will never say, oh, well, that's from the Lord and all that. Man, I don't know what happened, or that individual more than likely is gonna say, oh, it's because I did this, because I did that. He's seen my works. Well, yeah, but you fail to realize that the Lord put in that individual to be like, to actually acknowledge you, to actually see your works, to actually move and present to you an opportunity that could change your whole life. See, that's how we have to think. That's what we got to realize, man. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own ways, man? You see? And we really don't, man. If somebody tells you they do, man, they're liars, man. They really don't. A lot of times they do shit that they don't even understand, thinking they understand, man. So let's stay in the spirit, man, and give credit to the Most High, man. Because all things are done by Him, through Him. We have no power of our own, man. We cannot do anything, man. That's why we gotta pray to the Lord. That's what we gotta ask. That's why we gotta say things like, Lord willing. When you do things like that, then you're giving Him credit. You're acknowledging that He's the one in control. You're acknowledging that He is the one that could let whatever it is you desire or want to do, all that happen, man. You're giving credit where it's due. The other thing, if you don't give credit, guess what? That means that you're arrogant, man. That you're prideful. That you think that you control your own ways, man. And the Lord, like I said, the Lord will show you otherwise, man. This is Jeremiah 10:23. It says, "Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself." You see, our ways is not in ourselves, man. All of this is because the Lord let it happen, man. Hey, Edom thinks that because he took over, he got us in slavery and all that he did it through his hand. That that it was because of him that he has the whole world, under his the palm of his hand. No, man, it's the Lord that put that spirit upon him, that make those events happen for him to be in the position he is now, man. You see, why do you think he can't control his downfall? If he was in control of his own will, he would be able to control his downfall. He'll be able to stay in power. You see? That's how feeble we are, man. That's how much in control the Lord is, man. The way of man is not in ourselves, man. That's why we got to say, Lord willing. That's what we got to acknowledge the Lord. It says, it is not in man that walketh to direct his steps, even if you calling yourself directing your steps. Because if the Lord doesn't want to happen as thorough and precise you directed your steps, guess what? It's not gonna fucking happen. You see? A lot of people talk about this, you gotta manifest, just speak it into existence. Those people that believe that is because it was the Lord's will for him to do those things they call themselves spoke into existence. And those goofy motherfuckers believe it because the Lord let it happen like that. There's plenty of people that try to speak it into existence and it never happened, man. You see? That shit don't work. It's only the Lord's will, man. If it's the Lord's will, it's going to work. That's what we got to acknowledge Him. That's what we got to say, Lord willing. It's not in ours to direct our steps, man. The Lord does it. So let's acknowledge that. Let's humble ourselves, man. You know, before we get fucked up. You know that the Lord is in control, and whenever I always say, Lord willing, if it doesn't happen, hey, you will not get offended, man. You might get disappointed and all that, but you'll have that understanding like, damn, you know what? Yeah, the Lord is in control. You know what? There's a reason why the Lord didn't let this happen. You know? So, hey, fuck that self-made shit. I'm not self-made. The reason I have the spirit and the mindset, you know, all the attributes that I have is because of the Lord. Putting me through certain situations, taking me out of certain situations, presenting certain opportunities, so on and so forth. All that, the Lord molded me, man. I didn't mold myself. I didn't pick a situation, you know, and say, I want to go through this. You know what? You know, you see? This is James 4. And 13, it says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city. Today or tomorrow we will go to such a city and continue there a year and buy, sell, and get gain. Right? It says, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. You see, so the Lord is saying, those that are saying, that are self-made, that are not acknowledging the Lord, that are not giving him credit, that say things, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, tomorrow, that are not saying Lord's will, none of that, and just boldly think it's gonna happen because they're saying it. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna go sell, I'm gonna go to this city, then we're gonna go to that city, then this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. Salaki Akim, I had a call coming through, but yeah, man, you know, those that say things like that, I'm gonna read it again, James 4:13. Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. You see, that's somebody that's prideful. That's somebody that thinks that things are just gonna happen. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong, and you know that's being arrogant. You know, that you're not acknowledging the Lord at all, man. When the Lord and the scriptures say what? Acknowledge him in all thy ways, man. Everything from folly to the most important thing in the world, man. That's what we gotta do, man. So, you know, so those that don't do that, hey, they're going off, and eventually the Lord will show them how much in control they really are, man. This is 14. Whereas ye know that not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanisheth away. You see? So how are you gonna say this if your life is for a little while? If your life, you don't even know when you're gonna die. It's literally like a vapor. You're here one day and you're gone the fucking next. You know? Somebody like that, how can you boast and talk as if you're in control, man? As if, you know, like, oh yeah, without acknowledging the Lord. Oh, this is gonna happen, and then when we do this is gonna happen, and damn near playing out your whole fucking life. You know? When our life is that short. You see, that's arrogant, man. That's pride, and the Lord hates pride, and the Lord is gonna deal with individuals like that. That's why we have to humble ourselves, give credit where it's due, and acknowledge that the Lord is in control. And accept that whatever happens, whether good or bad, is of his will. You know, and not get offended and embrace it. You know, it's like just like your father, man. Your physical father, man. You know, you would always go to him for certain things, and you wouldn't know if your dad was gonna say, yeah, can I go outside? Yes, no, maybe so. You know. And guess what? What did we do? I mean, if you were an honest and honorable child, what would you do? You'll, oh man, oh well, what can I do, you know? How much more with the Heavenly Father, who's actually in control of our fathers, of our parents, of every single thing that goes on the earth. From birds dying to ants dying, from leaves falling from the tree. The Lord controls all of that, man. You know? And we have to acknowledge that, man. You know, humble ourselves, because man, that's a you know, it's because that's how it is. You know, That's how it is, man. You know? You don't want to deceive yourselves. It says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live, or and do this or that. See, that's what we gotta say, because that acknowledges that the Lord is in control. You know, you could say what it says in verse 13, as long as you say if it's the Lord's will. You know, because if it's not, you're gonna feel hella stupid and you're gonna get fucking offended, man. And the Lord's gonna fuck you up for thinking for not acknowledging him and thinking this was gonna happen, that was gonna happen, and so on and so forth, man. The Lord is about to show his true power, man. The Lord is about to show everybody how much in control he really is, man. You know, that's what we gotta acknowledge now, so we won't learn the hard way how much in control he really is, man. You know, humble ourselves under the mighty hand of Yahweh, man. You know, and always acknowledge him in our ways and say things like Lord willing, you know, and thank him for us. Thank him for things that the Lord does for us. You know, blessing us with motivation, the mindset we have, all of that, man. We gotta give thanks and give credit where it's due, man. You know, all that. It says, but now ye rejoice in your boasting, all such rejoicing is evil, man. You see, that's those niggas that say exactly that. Like, yeah, I did this. Yeah, if it wasn't because of me, woo, this and this is gonna happen. Blah blah blah. Those type of boastings is evil, man. You know, you gotta give credit to the Lord. Damn, if it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't have the strength that I have now, whether physical or mental. If it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't have, this job. I wouldn't have this car. I wouldn't have, the women that I'm with. I wouldn't have my child. I wouldn't have, fucking perfect teeth. Whatever the case is, man. You know? That's how we gotta be, man. Acknowledge him in all our ways. Give him thanks. Give him credit. Pray to him. Ask him things. Say things like, if it's the Lord's will, we should do this and we should do that. That's why us brothers, every time we say something, oh hey, let's do a lesson tomorrow. I'll go to your crib. Khan, hey, Lord willing, I'm with it. Let's go to the gym tomorrow or later on. Oh, Khan, hey, Lord willing. Lord willing, I'm with it. Because at the end of the day, things could happen. And it might not, be the Lord's will, But what did we do? We acknowledged, the Lord. And guess what? If it doesn't happen, we would be more in that spirit of, okay, hey, oh well, it wasn't the Lord's will. And if it happens, hey, Tawada Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for giving us the opportunity for us to be able to do this, man. We gotta do that, man. We gotta have that spirit. Fuck what this world has taught us. This world is nothing but wickedness and self-centered individuals, man. We can't be self-centered. We gotta give credit where it's due, because that's reality. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Lord. Things wouldn't. We wouldn't have the good attributes that we have if it wasn't for the Lord. Etc. 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 So this was just a lesson on cutting that free will madness, man. We're not in control of our own steps, no matter how much we try to ordain them or think we planned them out. It's the Lord's will if he lets them happen or not. Hey, we're not in control of what we're gonna eat, even if we're gonna eat. It's the Lord that directs our steps, man. It's the Lord that lets things happen, man. So be thankful, be grateful, acknowledge him, and always, hey, say if the Lord's will, we'll do this. If the Lord's will, we'll do that. And pray to him, all of that, man. And everything will be much smoother for us, man. you know? Because remember, the Most High resisted the proud, and He will resist your ass if you think you're in control in any way, shape, or form, man. You know? Always give credit to the Lord no matter what, even if it seems like you did everything in your power. Even if it seems like you, it was because of you. You know? At the end of the day, the Lord is in control. So with that, hopefully, brethren, were edified. I'm going to end it by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwarash. Okay, because it was through him that I was able to do this lesson. And Lord willing, it was edifying, man. It was through him that whatever words that came out of my mouth, you know, came out of my mouth, you know, exactly how they did, you know, so on and so forth. It was through him that I got the precepts that I got. And I just gotta, if I could find it, if not, I'm just gonna end it. You know, I remember where it's at, but I'm gonna end it with this one, because this is Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, man. Even what you think, even what you speak, comes from the Lord, man. You know, sometimes you might be in the spirit, hey, when we're doing lessons and you're just flowing, boom, 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 you know, and then, you know, yeah, and once the lesson is done, like, damn, how did I do that? Now you don't really remember exactly what you said and so on and so forth. Why? Because the Lord does it, man. You see? It was never of us. It was never of us, man. Nothing is of us, man. So, you know, great credit where it's due, man. You know, thank the Lord for blessing you the things that He's blessed you with, man. And even these thoughts and these words that come out, whatever words you say, however you say them, and whatever words you say, and however they come out, however you say them, hey, it's because the Lord wanted it to happen like that, man. Hey, even talking to a girl, man, saying the right things at the right time, the right way, you know, that's all of the Lord, man. You know, so I perceive you brothers got the gist of it, you know. So yeah, you know, this point is, you know, acknowledge the Lord in all your ways. Give credit where it's due, and say things, hey, if it's the Lord will, this and that, so on and so forth, man. You know, because everything is of Him, man. You know, all of the preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, as well as everything else. Don't be like these people in the world, you know. We gotta humble ourselves. So with that, I'm gonna end it by giving all praises and glory, you know. So like, yeah, I'm gonna end it by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwarash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yeshurada that rule well, and salutations to you Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom and a Baba Ba.